Nah, 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 nah.
You've got.
I mean, look at how we treated Gooseneck last season. I literally bullied him with his permission.
But,
All right, who are you taking? I'm not taking SFSO. I'm taking other team.
Fine, but I'll say this before we get into that. Anybody is welcome to be team leader in Team League, and I don't care about your win rate. I don't care about any of that kind of stuff. It's all about having fun. So by all means, volunteer to be a team leader. I think it'd be hilarious, GP, if you picked Gooseneck as your team leader.
Because, no, I already have my guy picked.
But stop, listen. Who cares what the result is? It's hilarious because you and him have formed a bond, whether you realize it or not. You guys can take that bond to the next level. Just think about that. All right, here we go. SFSO.
I'm the dude, Gooseneck. I'm the dude.
SFSO bringing a Furious Octorev, Giulio Cesare, a Ruprecht again, and a Georgia and Viribus. It's worked this far to take them into the grand finals of Clash of the Classes Season 5.
The side of Alphabet, you've got the Nelson, the Massachusetts, the Turpits, the Julio, and the Sinop. This is my prediction. TSIOF, they've watched this.
Mm-hmm.
They've had all the time in the world to see what they're doing. They haven't changed their strategy. If they win game 1,
okay,
they win it in 1 round. That's my prediction.
Wait, what? Win it in one round?
If TSIOF wins this game,
okay,
they win it all. And so they only have to win once in the best of 5s, right?
Okay. Right.
SFSO has to beat them in a best of 5 and then beat them again in a best of 5. Like, they know what the strategy is. If you can counter it here, game over. But if they lose here, we're going to dubs.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, Dog said he's only heard 1. Have I really dropped a lot of F-bombs? I'm gonna have to watch
a couple. But in any case, you know, I personally am hoping that SFSO is able to win 3 games to force a second set, because I really like the idea that the person that goes to the winner's bracket has a chance to win, but they have to do it convincingly, and that's winning 2 full sets.
If you're the winner's bracket and you lose emotionally, that's so hard to recover from.
Sure. This is we'll
see.
We haven't seen SFSO play this map. Okay? We know they're going to take 2 tier 9s. We know at this point that all these players are pretty much very comfortable in those ships that they're playing, right?
Well, you know they're going to take the 2 tier 9s and put them on the outside.
Are you sure about that?
Yeah, we're watching it happen.
Okay.
Live.
Mm-hmm.
That's all they've ever done. That's like their go-to play. Sinop is spotted. Shots out from the Georgia. While the Sinop turns, this could be bad.
Yep. Nope. Not as bad. Not as bad. So
but look at the turning that has to happen.
He's just kind of beached himself broadside. So Gun Mech is going to get ready for a follow-up salvo that will do lots of damage.
But there's 3 ships on the side of Alphabet that are punishing the Georgia for that shot.
And that's good.
Sinop is now dark. Yeah, that's the way you play it.
So
Nelson, meanwhile, butt in.
Sinop did a nice job of making that turn. He slowed down. He made the turn. Now, unfortunately, he's backing up. I don't agree with this.
Well, he beached. He needs to reposition.
Sure, but
not shoot. And not shoot.
It doesn't matter. He's detected anyway. What I'm getting at is
he was detected.
He was detected. As he backed up, he was detected. I've got the detection mod.
I do too. He wasn't detected until he shot.
On my side, he was detected.
Oh, fair.
I don't know. Chat, you can
tapes on that.
You can. Let's look at the tapes. Anyways.
To the tapes.
To the tapes.
Can we get a replay, please?
So here's the thing that I don't like. I don't like that TSIOF is abandoning A. I get that the Nelson Gary is kiting away and all that good stuff.
There's nothing that spots though.
Right. So
yeah,
they can just.
He's useless.
SFSO is going to walk into A. They're going to get a free cap, which is going to put the timer on TSIOF. Thank you, Duckman. I am a romantic.
Yeah, it's not. Yeah, I see. I've screwed this up. It's TIS. Okay, I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
What did you screw up?
I have the wrong score board thing up. It's SFSO versus TSIOF. Didn't fix that.
Oops.
I got it.
Oops. More wine, sir.
Juggernaut! Okay, but now the Ruprecht and Julio are spotted. What is the Nelson going to do about this?
And the other problem is, if you let them go any much farther forward, look at the shots they're getting on the Synop.
On the
Fletcher's just getting wrecked.
Here we go. Nelson misses and they cap A. That's huge.
That's
huge.
Absolutely huge. Now
for the EU team.
Now you need a kill. Like, at the very least, that's what you need to put your mindset to. You need a kill at the very least. How are you going to get that kill? You're going to send the Julio into C in front of everybody else.
And Rebrand Steve, the expert on the tier 7, has decided to open water into C. Solid strategy, Rebrand Steve. Let's see how it works out for you.
I need to turn you down. You're getting
sorry. I literally put my microphone to my face.
Yeah, I could tell.
I was a little irritated.
What else did you put to your face?
Oh, Rebrand Steve. It hurts. It hurts to be wrong sometimes, Rebrand Steve. It hurts to be wrong. And here's the cross shots from the Ruprecht and the Julio.
Ouch, that's a dead...
Steve.
No!
Ooh,
no!
No!
He has all the luck, guys. All the luck.
None of the strategy. I'm sorry.
And here he goes.
There he goes.
I still love that we trolled Mini Hannibal with your strats are weak.
There's a metaphor here, brother. I still love you, despite you being mean to me. But there's a metaphor here.
So Frank Fletcher is going to go down pretty soon here, I'd say. And we have 3 minutes and 30 seconds left. I just don't see a way back in for TSIOF.
They've got nothing out of this Nelson.
Nope.
If only it were a Collinwood.
Oh.
Sorry.
Oh, God. All right. Well, whatever. Frank Fletcher, nope. He tried to go dark. Can't. He's on fire, double fire. He's going to burn out. That's it.
But so we don't. Okay, we assume they die here, yeah? TSIOF. What was the mistakes at?
So many. I think
what was the most obvious mistake?
Well, shoving the Julio straight into C.
No, that was mistake number 2. That was mistake number 2.
They didn't bring the Collingwood?
Well, that was mistake number 0.
Okay.
They gave up A.
I don't think they did a good job with their Nelson there. I think that the Nelson needed to be closer to A to be able to, like you said, deny the cap and flex his muscle.
It's not a bad spot for the Synop, but only if they can't just waltz through A.
Correct.
I blame Rebrand Steve on this. He's my new gooseneck.
Jesus.
I mean, it took an entire season for you to find a replacement, so...
No, we thought we found one. We found one, and then they took him out of the ship he was entertaining us in. Oh.
Chat just caught up to the point where I had to turn you down.
Now I'm gonna be too quiet. This is decisive, though. Well played.
You're starting to get into... You're starting to get into Sea Raptor levels of difficulty when it comes to levels here. Just putting that out there.
Well, I won't throw my face in front of the microphone to yell at Rebrand Steve. At least this match.
Octane grape juice, huh?
High octane grape juice, yes. All right, Doggo. We've seen him in the Turbits before. Typically, he's died before everybody else. This time, he's the last one alive.
Well, that's because Rebrand Steve screwed up, Zeth. So sorry. We're done. It's over. There's nothing. Yeah, I mean, it's 5-on-1. But the losers bracket team takes game number 1.
Good.
And the GP prediction of if they win, if Alphabet team wins game 1, they win it all.
Mm-hmm.
That's gone. It's gone.
It is gone. This is a whole nother kind of bracket, isn't it?
It is, and it's looking like it's gonna go in the doubles.
That's great.
I've seen movies that are 5-on-1, and in the end, it's really messy. This is bad.
Chat says they think that you are still drinking wine. Really?
I am.
Really?
Yeah.
What gives you that thought?
What gave it away?
Oh, goodness.
All right. Gooseneck sent a clip. Zath, you need this right now.
Like I said, I wait until I see, and then I do. It's the professional casting way, GP.
Pass.
All right, so here we go. Game 2 of the Grand Finals. SFSO versus TSIOF. SFSO up 1 win against TSIOF. If they win 3 in a row or 4 or even go to game 5 and win, forces a second round of battles. Stay tuned, guys. We've got Gunmech in the Georgia. Seen this before. We've got Plasmatic in the Ruprecht. Seen this before. JJ and Octorev with Furious. Seen this before. Revenge and Verbus. Seen this before. And Julio with Lord Carey. Seen this before.
For Team Alphabet, the Massachusetts B has landed on the opposing side of the Georgia.
Good.
You've got a Tirpitz, you have a Lenin, a Repulse, and a Julio. So 2 low-tier ships at sea on both sides. The Lenin switching with the Tirpitz. If he can get into the set, like, this is TSIOF's game to lose. They have every advantage imaginable right now.
Yes. And we saw them play this before, and we saw Frank Fletcher. We know where he's going to go, right? He's going to go up around this volcano, and he's going to get into with a relative safe position south of B. The question is, how many of SFSO's team is he going to be able to slap? That's the real question.
Yeah, and you've got to keep this Georgia from crossing halfway into A. He does turn broadside into Massachusetts.
I saw that chunk already, yeah.
12K. Lenin getting shot at and hit in the process, down
a good amount, almost 20K.
Yeah, almost 20K. And
who shot him? Was that the Ruprecht or was that the Georgia?
Ruprecht and Revolutia shot him.
Got it.
Oh, okay.
Chat saying Minnie was here, but he was scandalized.
Well, I'm looking at Julio. They've got the Repulse doing what the Repulse is doing.
Yeah, he's playing safety.
Around, like SFSO, you're so predictable.
Both are, frankly.
Ruprecht to be. They're doing nothing about it.
Well, no, but look at it. He's broadside to the Massachusetts. He's not noticing this. He's looking at the Georgia instead. That's unfortunate. And
Minnesota,
Frank is going to come out. Might get a shot. He's slowing down because he's afraid of torpedoes. But he still manages to get the shot off.
There you go. Good shots.
Oh,
good
big hit.
Hits.
We like seeing white bars here.
Shot. And look, the Massachusetts is whooping the shit out of the Georgia. Whooping the shit out of him.
Yeah, well, I mean...
48 to 50. Tier 8 versus Tier 9. Rip, bro. Keep doing you, man. There's the goofy long-range Ruprecht Torps.
Mm-hmm.
And now we're just watching Gary. So it looks like they've got him backing up to help support C.
Yes.
The Ruprecht at least didn't do the choreograph through the center, and the Turpus is coming out broadside.
I think that's why.
The Revolution,
I think that's why Gary stopped, was because
Citadel
he was looking.
On the Revolution.
He was looking to back up his teammate.
Crushed. What hurt the Lenin? The second time around. Well, the first time around we're aware of. The second time around, he's just getting lit on fire.
Gunmech might have a no. It's not.
No, doesn't.
It's Ruprecht. It's Ruprecht. Torps on revenge from the Tirpitz. We've seen this play before. He comes through C and then turns away.
He's predictable in it.
Even if it means hitting his own teammate, he does it.
And Verbis Unitas is on the charge.
I mean, why not?
If the Massachusetts wins in this George, this is where the game's won or lost, and he's down 9K.
I don't know that that Reaper's gonna win.
Yeah, it was looking close for a while there.
Gunmech has
that last salvo and the healing of the Georgia.
Exactly.
Is ruining. But look, they've abandoned B. This gives the Lenin the opportunity to move forward and cap.
That's what he's doing.
Julio needs to not push forward. God, there's those. Oh, the Tirpitz is full broad to the Julio. This is giving the Ruprecht what he wants. A torp on each side situation. Big hits from the Julio on the Turpits.
Yeah, I don't know about this. Rebrand Steve getting ready. Here's the AP. And it almost kills him. Almost kills him. You got to get that Turpits to shoot him too.
Well, and look at the repulse. He's now moved over to help the Massachusetts, but it's too late. It's way too late. And it's going to come down to Lennon. There
all right,
you go.
There's the trade.
The Ruprecht. That's a great trade.
Great trade, but Steve's going to go down here. Steve's going to take like 4 torps or 5. 4. That'll do it for him.
Does get the shells out on Lord Terry.
Yep, Massa goes down to Gunmax, Georgia. So, health-wise, is pretty close, but ship-wise, very not close. Now, Frank Fletcher can come forward and get a broadside on the Verbis. That's what he needs to look for now. But he's not. He's instead just beaching and getting shots on the Octorev.
It's too late.
Yeah.
The repulse could have tipped the scales at C or tipped the scales at A.
Yep.
But did neither this time.
Well, I think he was sent to go and support the Massachusetts, figuring, okay, the 2-on-1, but Massachusetts died before he could get there.
Yeah, it was too late.
So we saw this earlier today where Gary was decisive with his repulse playing as a safety. And here's an example where it didn't work out for him. Oh well. Still 3 minutes left in the game, technically.
Goddamn tier 9 strategy. And now the repulse is going to open up while being broadside to the Georgia.
Dia, notice how the tier 9 strategy is working.
It's not working.
It is working.
It's working against poorly executed strategy.
Therefore, it's working. I'm just saying, like, you can be triggered. I can be triggered. Frank Fletcher, full broadside to the Octorev. Doesn't kill either ship, but hurts them a lot. Did you see that?
I did.
Hurts them a lot.
Repulse had a shot there.
There he goes. All right. He needs to kill the Julio.
Get cranked by this Georgia.
It's pretty far away.
He technically needs to be turning away from Revolucia because Julio doesn't get another shot. Don't die full broadside to a Revolucia. Does he have heals? No, nope. He's cooked.
What you see is what you get. Well, here's the deal. Only 2 minutes left. He needs to kill this guy, and he's way off. He needs to kill this guy and not die and get into C. Like, that's the win condition for Frank.
Yeah. So, kill Revolucia, kill Julio. Repulse kills Julio, they win. As long as the Lenin doesn't die, but he's showing so much purpose.
Jay did a really nice job in that Octorev of slowing down. Totally screwed up Frank's shot. Nice job, Frank, there. He turned. Here comes the reverse. Let's follow this salvo in, and... God, looks good. Oh, almost got
This could happen. This could happen.
This could happen. One
more.
more.
Do not let this Julio ram you.
One more. Let's take a look at the repulse too, because this will decide it here. You're absolutely correct. Repulse needs to have
100-point swing.
Repulse has torps, doesn't it?
If they trade and they kill the Revolucia, it's over. They can trade here. They can absolutely trade here.
Repulse needs to turn out, not in. There's the kill.
Yeah, they trade. They still win. They win. They win. They win. They win. They win. Oh no, Georgia can get into B.
Jeez.
Which would stop the points.
1v1 now.
Lenin, no. Lenin just stays there. They win. They win.
1 minute left. 1 minute left.
Just don't interact with the Georgia.
Interact.
Right?
It's going to be...
He gets the cap.
Yeah.
So Georgia's not going to be able to get the cap fast enough. He's going to stop the points. They're going to stall around this point margin. And as long as Lenin lives, they win on points. How long is it going to take to cap?
Well,
That's the question.
Frank Fletcher is doing his default hit W with 30 seconds to go. So we've passed the throw phase. We had the counter throw just now. That was a counter throw, if you ask me. Now,
if he caps this in like 10 seconds or less, which is not, he wins.
No, 30 seconds. 30 seconds to cap B right now. So he wins. Absolutely, yes. Frank wins for team TSIOF, guys.
Don't pull out. Don't shoot. No, Frank. No.
Stop.
Patience, my dear friend.
It's time to stop. That's it. That's GG's. I got no death picks. I'm sad.
That's okay, man. We'll take it for a nail-biter win.
TSIOF finding a way back into this game.
Trains on Trident. Okay.
All right. SFSO.
You, buddy.
Game 3. This is a best of 5, so we have at least one more game following this. It's the same lineup. Verbis, Georgia, Ruprecht, Julio, and Octorev.
You honestly have no business winning a tournament at this level if you bring the same shit every time. We got Sinop, Julio, Turbits, Massa, Nelson. Let's see if they hang the Nelson out on his own.
It's a furious Nelson again.
See?
All right. I'm looking for trains. I'll check the North Island. You check the South Island, the big one.
There's not a lot of room for trains.
Nope.
Seaport. Negative.
No trains.
Let's check the really far one.
I'm sad.
Art department kind of gave up on this island.
I'm sad. Guys, we need more trains. Fajitas. There you go, Yankeeker.
They're doing what you think they're gonna do on Team Alphabet. The Nelson is gonna be the standalone C guy. He should know he's going against the Georgia.
That's okay.
Because SFFO can't do anything different.
Mm-hmm.
And at this point, TSIOF put your Sinop and your Turpits on the two sides of the island, laugh and win.
I love it. This is turning into a cooking stream as I have chat telling me you wrap your spaghetti in a damp paper towel to put it in the microwave so it doesn't dry out.
But that's if you haven't sauced it. Otherwise, don't do that.
See, that's my problem. I sauce it and I mix it together.
You sauce it. Yeah,
and I put it all together because then the sauce gets drawn into the noodles. No, the sauce gets drawn into the noodles. It's so good.
Well, that's okay, but see, my family likes different levels of sauce.
Too bad.
Add your own sauce.
See, I'm all about the sauce. So for me, pour it on.
I have an extended family member who makes an incredible sauce, and I'm with you there.
Okay.
There's no such thing as too much of that.
All right.
That sauce.
GP, you and I need to have an Acres Away. Like,
if they ever have one within a reasonable distance of me, sure.
Mm-hmm.
One of us may go one or both of us may go missing for a while. Like we just end up in a different state, drunk somewhere.
I'm okay with this. I am prepared. This is a risk I'm willing to take.
We've always talked about that, the dangers of when we actually do get to hang out.
That's like Dumb and Dumber. What if they shot you in the head? Yeah. What if they shot me in the head? That's a risk we were willing to take.
It couldn't be any worse than you and Mardraco.
Oh, what do you mean worse? That was glorious.
See?
But that's what I'm saying. Like, I don't think it go that bad but it was a glorious thing to see Zath.
We have a propensity to, one of us has a bad idea and the other agrees with it, though. It's like, oh, let's have the Juggernaut. Yeah. There's
They were the same way, though. They were the same way.
Oh,
it was ridiculous, though, because I never thought that Zath would outdrink Mardraco.
I did.
There's your first mistake. I could have told you that.
I mean, they went
Massachusetts was spotted. Broadside Revolutia in the turn. AP.
Ooh, that's gonna hurt.
Devastating.
Nope. Ooh, wait, here comes the follow-up.
RNG luck miss. And here's these goofy long-ass range Ruprecht Torbs.
I mean, you might as well, right?
Sinop capping. The Veribus Unitus looking to stop it. is gonna have to make a turn. Is on fire.
I don't think he's gonna make it. I don't think he's gonna make it in time. Nope.
And there's the cap.
So even though he's gonna get in the cap to deny point gain, take a look at the score now, guys. He's got 3 points. 3 points could decide this match. I mean, Ripro's probably gonna die, so never mind. But
Ripro, yeah, if Ripro just backs up though, backs up to the right,
he needs to back up and turn through the corner. Yeah. Remember, Ripro was he changed. He changed. He's using concealment mod instead of
attaboy.
The other thing.
The other thing.
The consumable enhancement one. Whatever it's called. Gary on fire. Shooting at Georgia, also on fire.
God. Rebrand Steve was an expert until now. He's stationary near broadside, right next to the turrets.
I mean,
I'm gonna pick you apart, Rebrand Steve.
I feel like he's feeling targeted right now.
Good. That is an accurate statement. This could be a dead Georgia. Sinop and Nelson.
I love it.
Against Georgia.
All of this is happening, and Chad is too busy arguing whether or not you sauce your pasta. I love it. You guys are great.
That is the appropriate discussion. Okay, Nelson of Gary, you need to start going.
Oh, here it comes. AP broadside into gun mech. Come on.
Do it.
Wow. That's a Citadel. At least one.
Well, and now you got to reposition for that next shot.
Time to turn northward if I'm the Nelson.
And Ripro, he's backed up. He's healing. This is solid. Except for Rebrand Steve. I don't know what the hell that guy's doing.
Remember, this is the map that SFSO lost because Gunmech went into the center of the map and then sailed away from a kill shot.
Well, and then Nelson is backing up to try and get this broadside. It's going to take longer, but the Synop can hold this. There's nothing nothing. You have to hit the upper belt. If you're going to shoot his bow, you have to hit the upper belt. He's got an icebreaker. You can light him on fire. DCPs are still there. Heals are still there. George is doing a better job of negotiating the broadside.
Well, I mean, he's got the flexibility to move. Unfortunately, the Synop really doesn't, you know?
Well, and this is all about Nelson getting the position. There you go. They're chipping at him.
Yes.
Nelson's got to get into a position to punish this Georgia. Cross shots coming from the turrets. They hit the island.
And 30 seconds until Frank is able to heal again.
Well, and the Georgia in all of this somehow managed to cap. That means the Synop just flat missed.
Yep. All right, so Gary is now being waved off of going into C. Now, here's the thing about the Nelson, and Collingwood to a certain extent. You have your turrets up in the front, so now Gary is able to turn his turrets the other direction and very easily go for an AP salvo.
He's just going forward and then backwards and then forward and backwards.
So,
and eventually this Synop's going to die.
What the Nelson needs to be doing, frankly, is getting behind the Georgia, forcing the Georgia to move forward.
Forcing him forward, yeah.
And, Octorev now getting in on this, too. So, Frank's going to have to abandon the B cap. Like, he can't hold it any longer. He's going to have to back up.
And the points are ticking, but the push is coming from the Turpits and the Massachusetts. Rebrand Steve running away. You got to question that. Up dies.
Yeah. Nice hit from Rebrand on the Ruprecht.
And this releases the Georgia and puts the Nelson broadside to the Veribus Unitus.
Is the Nelson spotted? He is. Okay.
Spotted.
So, Georgia knows he's coming. And honestly, going into C is the right play for this Georgia, for Gary. He needs to... He's got to get in there
and establish some type of cross shot.
Correct. And at the very least, hold the point gain. Because if you look at it, SFSO is still up on points.
Here.
Turpitz is going down. Doggo goes down. Ripro, once again, next to a teammate, watching him die. And relatively healthy. This is
goofy Rupert Torps, man.
Hey, you know what? They might actually work if Ripro
well,
turns sideways. Never mind.
Gunmech didn't screw up this time. He just kept going backwards and forwards while the Nelson had nothing to shoot at.
I guess. I would have liked to have seen him move farther southward and just keep punching the Nelson, but okay.
And here you go. Nelson pops out. Veribus Unitus shells out.
But he gets the C-cap.
32 mil.
He gets the C-cap. And now he's got a good chunking shot on Revenge. Plasmatic goes down.
But the Massachusetts goes down as well. It's Julio on Julio. 55 seconds left. I don't see how this plays out in Alphabet's favor. Good shots on the Veribus Unitus.
How it plays out in Alphabet's favor is if Gary manages to smash Revenge in the face with the Veribus. I mean, that's really it. Gotta get the kill. 40 seconds to go.
Well, and the Julio has to win against Lord Carey, and both ships need to survive, and even that's not enough. Because the Nelson has to deal with the Revolutia, who's going to hit the 32s. Again, you hit him in the beak, not in
so
the main part of the ship.
It is smart that Gunmech has gone back into sea, though. That's preventing the point gain. And now we're seeing the Nelson take some damage. 7 seconds to go. And I believe this is the second game I've been denied a death pick in. I am sad.
SFSO taking game number 2.
That's Team Bravo here, so here we go.
It's irrelevant. You can pick either one.
Congratulations.
They have the same picture.
Reverse? I had a 50-50
I was trying
chance.
I was trying that Zath method of waiting.
It works, doesn't it?
Okay, you're up.
All right, SFSO. Same damn thing.
Same shit. Okay. Essentially, yeah. Julio, Repulse, Lenin, Turpitz, Massa B.
Common strat on this
So it's going
map.
to be Massachusetts versus. You have to support this ship that's going against the Georgia. You can't just let them keep having a 1v1 with their tier 9.
You know, a 1v1 with the tier 9 is okay as long as that ties that tier 9 up enough to allow everybody else to make something happen. I
mean, if you kite it, sure.
Yeah.
But the Georgia's getting away with murder.
Yep. I still haven't seen it. I'd love to see just Lenin through the middle. Just do it. You know?
Cautious Lenin through the middle, sure.
At this point,
I've seen Lenins just get cold cocked.
So if SFSO wins this match, we have a whole nother set of 5 to play.
A whole nother set of 5.
Oh, or best of 5, yeah. Okay, good.
I feel like it should have been a best of 3 at that point in time, but whatever.
Yeah, let's do 5. It's fun. It gives you a chance to drink more alcohol.
For the win, I'm willing to play a number of games. When we get to early round win, best of 5 is too much for this tournament, to be honest with you.
Kind of liking it. Up.
I'm not liking this.
Restart.
Hashtag blame EU.
That's right. Hashtag blame EU.
The Georgia's game client crashed.
Yeah.
I mean, you know, if you're TSIOF, you know what they're gonna do. And last time we ended up with 2 tier 8s against the Georgia. He kited away masterfully.
Yeah, it did.
And tied him up.
So that's the thing. You can't play the Georgia's game, which is, he wants you to chase him. You put one ship at him, you force that Georgia to deal with you while you get everybody else in.
To another.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you just crank him.
Mm-hmm.
Get him off the map early. Well, for his game client crashing, he's readied up awfully quickly.
Who's crashed?
Gun mech. Or was it Gary? I don't remember. It was a G. It was gun.
It's gun. Revenge says gun, yeah.
Yeah. He was in and out awfully quickly. Controversy.
GP, do you know what bridge the background here is on? People have been asking me. I have no idea.
No. I got it a long time ago.
I see.
I mean, maybe it's in the title. Let's see. Class of Clashes, tournaments, assets, backgrounds, bridge of cargo vessel Delta Mariner.
Oh, great.
That's what it is.
Okay.
It looked the part.
Gotcha.
Okay. Same ships.
Same ships?
Same ships.
I mean, you have to. People are digging, by the way, that CRT monitor. That's what I was asking.
I mean, I found that a long time ago.
I hope it's not copyrighted.
I'm just gonna pretend like I didn't hear what you said.
Okay, great. Great.
Moving on. Okay. I will say this about SFSO. Their spawns, they're getting the Georgia to spawn where they want him almost every time.
I mean, I love it. A Georgia that's way off on the flank, that's perfect.
Yeah, it's perfect. It's perfect. Excuse me. They're getting the side that the Ruprecht is going against to stop and stay stationary, and he's launching torps at him every time. So none of this should be a surprise.
I'm not surprised at all. I'm just sitting back, enjoying the show.
I'm eating banana runts.
Are there any trains on this map?
No way.
You don't think so?
Mm-mm. The only one that can be is a big island. There's nothing.
So you and I need to like post in the CC Discord. We gotta be like, yo, dog, more trains.
Art department. Come on.
I mean, there's a face on this map.
Carry everything else.
Where's the face? There's a road in this one.
I mean, it would be like the worst train ever.
There's the face.
If it was just on an island. Face is in the middle. Yeah, right there.
Always crashing in clan battles, needs a new video card. Well, maybe with his winnings he can buy a new one.
Here we go. Georgia already preparing for the kite. Rupik gets slapped in the middle. But the Turpitz does as well. Lenin in a weird position, capping. There's our Ruprik Torps. No surprise there. Good turnout by the Turpitz. Shots out on the Georgia.
I like the initial position there, but with the Ruprecht Hydro, that does allow the Lenin to be spotted.
Turpitz, don't stop there. Good boy. Well, and now look at the Julio of SFSO. They've done something different. They brought him out super wide, and now Rebrand Steve is getting dunked on. His only move is
go dark, crash the island.
crashed the island, but he's gonna get at least one more salvo from Lord Carey.
And
double fire.
Revenge's Viribus.
Yeah, well, I'm not worried about that shot. I'm worried about this shot just
Here it comes.
dominating him.
That's HE.
Why, Lord Carey? Why? You have the opportunity to go dark here. You need to. Don't shoot. Just go dark.
He shot.
Okay.
But he's beyond the island, so what does he care?
It's okay. And now the Lenin's got the Viribus Unitas and the Julio dead to right. But the Turpitz is getting dunked on. The Massachusetts and Repulse need to be on the move here.
Absolutely.
Now, into a kiting Georgia. They've given up on... This is the weird thing about this Turpitz. They've given up on stopping the cap with the Revolutia. But the Turpitz has this Georgia near broad. He just doesn't have the HP to punish him. And that would require the Repulse and the Massachusetts to be shooting at him. They're shooting at the broadside Revolutia. That's fine. Cross shots out from the Ruprecht, who backed up on the broadside Massachusetts. He got away with murder there. They're going for this Georgia. They need to kill it before the Turpitz dies.
I don't know that. Nope.
The Turpitz dies.
Nope.
Okay. Advantage TSIOF against the Julio here. But disadvantage with Massachusetts Repulse.
Well, we might very well see a second best of 5 after this game.
Well, the only points difference right now is a slight tick. Look at it. Watch the tick over. Oh, no, it's dead even. It's just the kill. And Ruprecht is able to get broadside shots on the Repulse now. Ooh. I think you let the Georgia run and you kill the Revolutia.
Absolutely. I mean, the points are more important. So...
Yeah, you need a kill.
Get the points.
Don't overpush this island to let the Georgia have your broadside and focus this Revolutia. Lenin can kill Julio, and he does.
Yep.
Boom.
That's huge.
But Rebrand Steve left the island.
So now we're tied up. And yep, Steve left the island. I don't know why, because he's detected and now secondary to death.
Turn left, my man.
All he had to do was sit there. You mean right? Well, left.
No, left.
Sure. But, I mean, all he had to do was sit there and heal up at least one more time before coming out.
Well, the Massachusetts of Ripro has not only overpushed, he's turned exact broadside to the Georgia, gets away with murder.
Not a problem. Not a problem.
Kite away, go free cap D, but you're abandoning your Repulse.
I think what Ripro is trying to do is to get into the same place where the Turpitz died, go dark, and cap. Because if we can do that...
Yeah, that's fine, except for the Repulse is still pushing.
Yeah, well, Repulse won't die in 2 minutes, will he?
He will to a broadside to a Ruprecht.
Nah, he's fine. He's fine. He's fine. He's okay. All right, there it is. Ripro is dark. Never mind, he's spotted again.
This is intense. And there's still the option of Ruprecht around the corner, Torp Lenin.
Ruprecht shots out right now on the Repulse. Oh, big hit there. Gary now forced to kind of stop.
He's dead. He's dead.
He probably is, although those are HE shells coming from the Octo-Rev. LOL.
Ruprecht
heal up.
Shoot at him. There's a heal 155. Viribus Unitas taking a big shot. Like, you could trade. That's okay. If Massachusetts caps and they kill the Viribus Unitas, then it's all up to the Ruprecht charging with Torps.
Gary is still okay. Gary is still okay sealing. Nope, he's gone. Whack.
And 100 point spreads. I'm keeping an eye on if the Ruprecht is gonna start moving. Verbus Unitus can just go dark here, though.
He's on fire.
Now, if you kill the Verbus Unitus, if you want to overwin, wait, there's the cap. You don't need it anymore. I was going to say the Julio can ram the Ruprecht, or at least prevent him from killing the Lenin, but not at the expense of being... Oh, Ruprecht shells hit the island. Verbus Unitus taking no damage from... Everyone's dark.
Yep. 48 seconds.
Ripro getting spotted out by the Ruprecht, and here's the move. 41 seconds. You've got a ram if you're the Julio, but they still have to kill the Verbus Unitus. They still lose.
A ram is just a trade of points. It doesn't matter.
It's worse if you just die.
Absolutely.
There's the turn for the torps.
The dodge. And the ram. Wow. 13 seconds.
Though. They had to kill the Verbus Unitus, and they can't.
Nope.
That'll be
round game
1, kids. Losers bracket. Taking it. We go to a fresh set.
Wow. Okay. SFSO winning the first bracket. Now, in order to fully win this tournament, they have to win a whole nother best of 5.
Wrong from now on.
Let's do that on purpose just to piss off the people from the teams that are watching. All right, here we go. So we've got, for SFSO, we've got, look, a Georgia.
Yep.
And a Ruprecht. An Octarev with Furious. A Verbus Unitus. And Giulio Cesare. We haven't seen this yet today. What do we have over there for TSIOF?
All right, Massachusetts is on the opposing side of the Georgia with the Tirpitz, Lenin, Repulse, Giulio. It's the same old, same old. What will they do with it? Do something different.
I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie. I was really hoping that TSIOF was gonna change it up.
They didn't.
These aren't bad ships to go against this lineup. It's not bad ships, but it's the Repulse is going to the same place. Julio. Now, see, when we had him last, Julio ended up on where the Massachusetts is as the spawn, so they've changed something. But what are they doing about this Georgia? And if the answer is just letting him wrap around, I will tell you that is not a good answer. Go set up a little tier, set your Repulse over there to ram him. Okay. Put the Lenin Massachusetts Repulse on.
How about the fact that the Massachusetts Ripro is leaving A by itself?
I've noticed that as well. Well, where do you think Ruprecht's going to go? I think he's going to go into the center of B.
They tried to send the Repulse over to A to back up the Massachusetts with the Georgia at the end of the last match.
Yes, they did. That's right.
Last match or the match before that.
They were too slow.
He didn't get there in time.
Correct. Yeah. Now this time Gary's immediately going that way.
He did nothing on the other flank either. He spent the whole time traversing the map.
Mm-hmm. And it's a small map, so that's an accomplishment to say you spent the whole time traversing the map, right?
Especially for a Repulse.
Well, there was indecision about what side he was going to help.
Mm-hmm.
And it caught him. Now the Georgia's going wide here. He's cautious about it, but they've already set up the Ruprecht in B. It should be no surprise, but this Lenin's about to get cranked. Because they let the Georgia walk this far up. Lenin spotted, shots from the Ruprecht.
It's almost like we've seen this before. Have we seen this before? I don't know.
We have, except the Massachusetts has decided to forego A completely.
I mean, you can win through BC. If you're only sending the repulse against the Georgia, though, and letting the Lenin just get cold-cocked.
Well, this time it's backup 39. He doesn't know the strats.
He's going to find them out quickly.
Actually, this is a very smart turn, by the way, because he's going to dodge all the torpedoes in the Ruprecht. But take all the hits from the Georgia. So, you know.
Random guy, yeah, it's a point system.
Correct.
The Georgia going completely uncontested on the other side. God, if they were on Bravo, this would be amazing.
I would say, I think Gary needs to just YOLO charge the Georgia right now. If he can, like, ram the Georgia, that's good use of him. Because letting him sit there and just pow into backup 39's Lenin, it's not good. It's not a good look.
Well, and they're trading the Lenin for a Julio.
Mm-hmm.
How much more punishment?
Oh, there it is.
The answer is
no
none.
much more.
And now Massachusetts charging into a 8-torpedo hydro wielding the Ruprecht.
I mean, remember, guys, he was at A. He turned all the way around, went to this island, and came right around. I mean, why?
Weirdly enough, they have the cap.
Yeah, they managed to cap C. That's correct.
Resetting the Georgia, but if the Massachusetts continues into the death trap they have set up, and he's going to Revolutia now taking shells. I wonder if the torpedoes and the Citadel shots are going to hurt the Massachusetts.
Well,
let's find out together.
I don't know that Ripro or that Plasmatics torpedoes are back yet. Now Ripro's going to turn too hard here. He's going to beach broadside to the Georgia, which is oof. There's all the drunken secondaries going off. Oh wait, he does have manual secondaries this time. Interesting.
This is not the place to be.
So Ripro's changed around his commander builds a few times. It's not going to help, but it's cool to see that they're trying. And that's a dead Massachusetts. Don't even need the torps. Gun mech takes him down.
Oh my gosh.
Who from TSIOF is unavailable? Allow me to present a uncouth strategy.
Win?
Where you take as much time as... Well, this is EU, so it's nighttime for them.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Sure.
And take as much time between games as they'll allow you. You change ships and stuff, and even if you're losing, you drag these games out as long as possible and make them play till 3 in the morning. That's the GP style. If you can't beat them, tire them out.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So, all right, we got shots from Doggo on the Verb. Oh, wait, no, Verbis is undetected now. Oof. Fully
He's
broadside, too. All right, here we go. Repulse heads-up showdown against Gunmech's Georgia. This is what should have happened at the start of this match. Unfortunately, at this point, the Ruprecht is in position to hammer him. If it happened at the start of the match, he could have gotten away with this.
Hell, bring a Turpins against this Georgia. He can survive. He can torp him.
Mm-hmm.
7 for a 9.
You mean 8 for a 9?
He's 8 for a 9. Sorry.
Gunmech is smartly reversing.
Not looking good, kids.
It's not.
Okay, well, now TSIOF has proven, yes, we know your strategy, we can counter it. So what does SFS do next time?
The other funny thing to potentially do here, if you think you're the better players, just mirror them. Bring the same exact shit, do the same exact shit.
Okay, well, that's fair.
Beat them on attrition.
Yeah, that could work. Do that.
I'm just trying to throw out options here.
Mm-hmm.
It's correspondence chess where the moves are sent by mail in letters. That's how they describe COTS.
I'd still like to see a tournament that's or a lineup like what you said earlier, GP, with the 5 tier 7s.
The 5-7s. The 5-7s.
That could be very
huge.
Interesting.
Imagine 2-7 shooting nonstop into Georgia. Good luck.
Mm-hmm.
I actually copied both of your lineups down to test later.
Oh,
cool.
Zath has a royalty. Anytime tournament.
So how many 2 tier 9s did you two see last weekend?
Not many at all.
A few.
No, okay, I didn't either. I was just curious why they were so prevalent today, but I guess just the one team really likes it and decided that's the way to win.
It's not just the 2 tier 9s, it's the... I've already turned the victory page. Yeah, there it is. Dead.
I think
they're losing this map from Bravo because the Georgias they're like mentally giving up. They're just allowing the Georgia to do what he wants now.
Yep.
The map it's still going on. The Julio's about to die.
So what I would say really brought TSIOF to this position is like just the constant winning against higher tier ships in his Julio. Like, how many times have we seen that happen?
At least 3.
We haven't seen that happen today. Now, part of that could be because of the map positioning and the spawns. Part of it could also be the opponents. It's a tier 8 Georgia instead of tier 8 Massachusetts. But either way,
Georgia kills 4.
Why not?
Uncontested.
Mm-hmm.
W.
Pretty much.
Okay, we're reverse spawned. It's game number 2.
That's right. It is game number 2.
Nothing has changed. So even if you don't change the ships, change the tactic.
Well, okay. So that brings up a good point. If you're TSIOF, you lost the first round, the first set of 5 games against SFSO. So you got to be sitting there thinking, what's not working? What is working? What can we fix? And again, this is the last day of the tournament. Maybe they can't think of much, so they're just going to run with what they've practiced. And that's all right.
I mean, this game is going to be telling. If it's the same thing, then we're just counting down SFSO's. I mean, you know what's going to happen here. There goes the Georgia.
Georgia's
to the left, there goes the rubric to the right.
Mm-hmm.
You're getting so much value from these guys. It's great what they're doing. The tier 5s aren't getting punished either. Okay. I'm looking at Bravo here. We're sending repulse. Okay. Look. It's to the wrong side, unfortunately, for them.
Mm-hmm.
Turpitz, Massachusetts repulse would be a good counter on Georgia. Lennon and Julio, but we've seen the Julio. Go park your ass out on the border if you're the Julio. Like, that's where you've done your best work.
Yep.
SFSO is focusing fire way better. I'm trying to be nice here. I'm not impressed with what they're doing. It's just working.
Part of it, I think, is, too, that TSIOF is allowing that focus fire, too. And I tried to mention that before when I was talking about Ripro and AK Doggo. Like, you can't just have one of those 2 ships out there to be shot at for all eternity while the other one stays dark right next to it. You got to have both of them out there, both of them shooting, both of them being detected, both of them being shot at, and try to find ways to spread out that damage. If Doggo is the focus fire target and losing a lot of health, he needs to go dark, find a way to hide, and heal up, and vice versa.
Yeah,
Thank you for repeating exactly what I said, but in a much smarter manner, because it makes me feel good about myself.
Hey, there you go.
What we're seeing develop here looks to be a Lemming A with Lennon in support, but the Skittles in the fart of SFSO is the Julio's on the Georgia, and as crazy as that sounds, this guy has done good work against the high tier ships.
Yes, he did. He was amazing.
Yeah. He was great until he told me the Collinwood wasn't good. Now I hate this guy.
I wasn't there to fix that. I'm sorry.
Yep. And chat, you guys remember this is a tournament. It's to have fun. It's for
Free
players
campaign.
who we don't normally see in COTS. I mean, sure, these players are welcome to join COTS, but they probably won't make it to the very high echelon. The playoffs, the finals, etc., etc. So this is a chance for, you know, everybody to have a place in the sun, essentially.
It's a chance for players like me to play.
There you go.
And win.
And have fun.
And what the point I'm trying to, like, you know me, I'm I like to win. This is why I'm always looking at this from the perspective of how do you win this? And I will say this, any team that can get their ducks in a row, I think still has the opportunity to win the tournament based on the gameplay we've seen. Here we go. Massachusetts and Turpitz pushing together.
This is
Lennon
good. This is what needs to happen.
Corner, reset the Georgia. Oh, he just capped it. That could have been huge, but they have the points advantage now. And there's no other place where they're going to be able to get an easy cap. Now I'm watching this Lennon. I'm watching him.
Doggo's going to be careful. He's the clear focus target. Georgia's getting broadside shots. He's already down half health.
If
more shells.
The Turpitz and the Mask stay on the Ruprecht, though, if they can get him down and trade for AK Doggo's Turpitz, it might be worth it.
Yeah, but the problem is Doggo, he's the clear focus target. If I'm him, I'm going hard left. I'm trying to duck behind Ripro. But he's not doing that. He's just going straight forward.
Too late.
Yeah, they're all of them are taking shots at the Turpitz. Repulse is finally moving up here, but that's a dead Turpitz. Massachusetts and Ruprecht only can be shot at now by the Massachusetts.
Okay, Doggo's dark. Doggo's dark. Heal. He's got the heal. Stop.
Heal.
Turn south, and just sit there. You're
Heal,
good.
Doggo. Heal.
Woof.
Good dog.
But the Massachusetts left at Ruprecht at that island last game.
Yep. Now, I like how Ripro is doing the torpedo zigzag here. That's very smart.
Well, and Rebrand Steve is just taunting the Georgia to turn his guns at him.
He should. That's what he needs to do.
And he's not, so it's ram time, baby.
Ruprecht goes down, guys. Ruprecht goes down.
That's
huge.
Huge. Now, the Lennon, just do not push forward here. If your finger is anywhere touching the W, cut it off.
Dude has died in the B cap, like, more times than I can count.
Yep.
And if the Georgia starts turning his guns, then you tell the Lennon it's time to pull out.
All right, Doggo needs to be...
It's ramage time.
Doggo needs to be looking at the Georgia right now. He's not. Georgia's flat broadside to him and looking at him. So on the one side, you're looking at him to dodge your shells. The other side is you're looking at him to fire your guns at him. Ouch.
Big hits. They're still... Look at the damage is so much better here. And there's nothing... If Rebrand Steve doesn't beach here, there's nothing to stop him from killing this Georgia. Do not beach.
Which is what he needs to do.
Do not beach.
This is not looking good. He went for the Citadel shots. He hit a big hit. He's going to beach.
Well, if he lives, he can back cap. I mean, he should have just rammed him because the Turpitz is in so much danger now. Cross shots from the Massachusetts on the turning Georgia. This is looking infinitely, but suddenly all you have is 3 tier 5s defending B and C, or A and C.
Mm-hmm. All right, Doggo has his heal up. It's up now. He's got 11K.
He's to be shooting at this Georgia. Turpits and Massachusetts, all of them shooting him. He's broadside to all of you.
Right, Doggo needs to get out of the mess. Okay, Gunmech can't get a shot at him now. He just needs to mitigate incoming damage for another minute. Lol.
There's Veribus Unitus. 2K, 2 overpens.
And Steve goes down to the Georgia. That beach killed it.
That beach. Well, and there goes the Turpits. Now it's 3v4. All of a sudden, the Georgia, they need to take this Georgia off the board. Georgia off the board, you still win. You still have 2 tier 8s and a 6 against 3 5s. There's nothing more important than killing this Georgia before he can keep healing.
Mm-hmm. That's the problem.
And don't let a tier 5 ram you.
I think if Steve could have gone in and gotten the kill, you saw Gunmech turn. He was willing to take the Citadels in order to not ram.
Not be ram. Yeah.
And that's the smart play. George is quite low, though.
There's a cap.
5 seconds to go on his heal. They need to get another hit on this Georgia now. Can they do it?
Minute 15 left.
Well, Repulse is taking big shells from the northwest.
That's okay. Like, honestly, that's okay if it means they get the kill on the Georgia.
If they kill the Georgia, who's running away,
and he's healing,
going down the island. But right now, oof. Go forward, Repulse. Go forward, tuck the island. Lennon, stay right there. They're ahead on points. It's 44 seconds. Mm-hmm. If the Repulse dies, they lose. If the Massachusetts
they're not ahead on points,
they lose. He's turning broadside.
SFSO's got the lead.
That's right, they do.
But that's the caps. It's the Veribus unit is tucked in. Veribus unit is tucked in to B to stop the cap.
Correct.
Beautiful. So there should be a concerted, like, who are we trying to kill? Who are we trying to kill? Georgia goes dark. Lennon's got broadside on Revolutia. He's got 1 salvo. If his guns are turned, he does it. They're gonna steal it again.
Yep.
Fuck me, man.
And that's game. SFSO with another win.
Afford and pay for and consume all of the best players.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Do we need to go up over lineups again?
No, we don't need to go over the. It's the same. It's the same. But TSIOF, they came close on this one.
Mm-hmm.
The focus fire, I concur, needs to be better. They're giving away a lot of choice shots to the Georgia and the Ruprecht. And there's really only 2 ships you have to be afraid of. Mm-hmm. Ruprecht and the Georgia. As long as you're not stationary, stopped, broadside 10 kilometers away from these tier 5s, they really lack the ability to punish you.
Right.
Unfortunately, Rebrand Steve is as far away from the Georgia as humanly possible, and if they're gonna... I like Turpits and Mass versus Georgia. Not to kill him and run him down, but to cap and move.
I also feel like at this point in the tournament, you already got defeated in the 1 bracket. Now you're on the second matchup. This is in-game, right, for TSIOF. They absolutely have to win this, or they're done. The tournament's over. So at this point, I think it's time to do something crazy that hasn't been done before.
The I can't remember the word.
YOLO?
Quadratic sevens?
Oh, yeah. The quintuple?
Centuples? Quintuple. I gotta write that down.
But even if that's not what you're going to do, fine.
Like an aggressive, like...
Just W.
Put them on their back feet. Yeah, put them on their... Make them uncomfortable.
take different ships, make them question what are they trying to do. You know.
Well, you and I talked about the hardest strategy to overcome is the full-on lemming where they just don't stop.
Yeah.
And you gotta adjust. It's easily defeatable if you adjust fast enough. But like, they've never had to adjust. They've never had to.
Yep.
They're you know where they're gonna go, and this is frustrating for TSIOF because you know where they're gonna go. And the Turpitz is going to go to the same exact spot that he got clocked last time. And he doesn't get clocked this time, but now you've got a Lenin 2 kilometers away from a 8 torpedo boat tank.
And they're just going to sit there and try to whittle down each other. Rebrand Steve is going to try to get into this corner. I mean, if it didn't work the first time, what makes you think it's going to work the next?
They have a distinct advantage with the setup right now. Oh, never mind. The Turpitz got spotted.
But
he's not.
What is spotting Turpitz?
I think the Turpitz shot for a sec. I don't know.
I mean, the Georgia was much further up last time.
Well, regardless, the Turpitz is in the cap now, dark and capping.
Yeah,
great.
Cap. Every advantage imaginable. But you have to do something to stop this Ruprecht from torp rushing the Lenin, which happened last time. Yeah, it's Cappy time.
Okay. Patriot, you were gonna say something?
If I was, I don't remember.
Okay.
And the crazy thing about this, I didn't notice this last time around. The 2 tier 5s are using this island. They're dark because the Lenin is being proximity spotted by the Ruprecht. And even if he wasn't, he'd be hydro spotted. They're firing HE at him for free.
Yep. I see it. I see it.
Beautiful use of a tier 5. Here comes the Massachusetts. You can be as broadside to the Revolution as you want as long as you're moving.
So the problem is that Rebrand Steve did not go farther north. If he went farther north, he would be spotting those battleships. Instead, he tucked into the island and is now coming out broadside to Phasmatic, trying to get away.
Which happened exactly the same. This is Groundhog's Day, baby. But you have the points. The Massachusetts is flat broadside to this Georgia. Throttling.
Battle ends in 5 minutes.
I mean, he's got a heal ready. I'm surprised he hasn't used it yet.
On the Massa?
Yeah.
How much can he heal?
A good amount.
Okay, and look what's happening. The Ruprecht is back. God damn it. It's the same shit all over again.
But
he's backing up now.
There's the heal. The most important thing isn't so much can I maximize my heal, it's can I get my heal back up again next time so that I stay alive.
Yeah.
Turpitz coming out now should not be happening, but he's doing it, so okay. He's gonna just
they have an advantage here.
Right, so why is he coming out? What's the point? He's gonna shoot the Octo-Rev. The Octo-Rev got a broadside on him. Is Ripro looking at him? Alright, he is.
But Repulse isn't.
And George is looking right at him because, look, he sallied forth. I mean...
And if he keeps going, the Ruprecht gets him.
He's dead right here. There it is. Completely threw a ship away. Not necessary. He didn't get a kill.
And the Julio is not long for this world. So, despite having the cap advantage, the points advantage... Oof.
I read this as 1 or 2 very aggressive players on TSIOF and 1 or 2 very passive players. The pushes aren't happening together.
That's very true.
There really was no need for it, but you win.
Yep.
The big alarm bells for this was the Ruprecht at any point in time with the HP he has could go kill that Lenin. And I really did enjoy the Verbis, Unitas, and the Julio free farming the Lenin.
Sure.
Yeah, this Lenin's he's in a world of trouble now with no help. And the Revolutia is low. Pick one of these.
But they're shooting the Georgia again. No, shoot the Octo Rev. Get him out of the board.
It's right into what they want. And they're gonna drag them. They're gonna drag them into the middle of between D and C, where the cross shots come. Here they come.
Ouch.
Ouch. It's a trap.
It is very much a trap. And we've talked about this before. That default. I don't know what to do. I'm gonna hit W. Turbits didn't have to hit W. He could have just sat there. Everybody could have just sat there and waited for SFSO to push. And won. Absolutely.
I mean, I think you still lose because the Ruprecht kills the Lenin.
Maybe, if the Ruprecht decides to go forward, but he's been pretty content to just sit there and let his team do the work for him. There goes the Massachusetts.
That's it, boys and girls.
Lenin does get the kill on the Verbis. I think the movement of that Julio was bad. He should have continued to go out to Delta 1 to spot the guys behind the island. That would have at least given the Lenin a chance to counter what was being done to him.
I mean, you gotta give credit to the tier 5s of SFSO. They're living. They're contributing.
Yep. And you know what? They found a strategy.
None of them got, like, smacked.
They found a strategy that is working for them.
It's true.
And they are exploiting it heavily, which is great. That's what they should do. It's a tournament. You don't have a ton of time to come up with alternate strats, counters, etc., etc.
Yeah, I think one of the issues my team had is we had like 6 different lineups, but we didn't use most of them. We only used a few.
Well, and that's one thing we haven't looked at the player stats of any of these players. I mean, at the end, it's 55. Like, if you can bring a bunch of 20,000 game 54% players, you're going to have a huge advantage. But this is the first time this iteration of Clash has been played. In 6 months, we'll see. Like, if this strategy, mark my words, if this strategy can win next season of Clash, I will shave my arm hair.
Oh, God.
We don't know what next season's going to be like anyway. There might not even be any battleships.
I mean, it may be a variety of things.
I don't...
Knowing these guys.
And you know, I want to go back to your earlier comment about we haven't looked up win rates, because it doesn't matter. It's a 5-player team, and those 5 players have to work together. They have to strategize. They have to push together. They have to tank together. They have to do everything together. So, you know, it comes down to a lot more than just individual player skill.
It does, but as a newish player to competitive in general, it sounds like TSIOF is missing a caller.
It does feel like they're a little off.
Somebody who can read the map and direct them, because they're not directing anything. They're saying, this is our strategy, this is where we go, and then each person is making their own decisions once they get to that point. Nobody is directing this. It might make a difference if they decided to choose a caller and then have that person study up on how to call from someone.